cup. No, that's not it. It was something different. Give me a beat. Whoa.
I know.
That's a little different. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Atomic Mass Transmissions Live. It's Tuesday, and I'm not Will Schick.
Good night, everybody.
I'm not. Good night. Today we're going to be painting up our Ahsoka for Star Wars Legion. Super excited about this. I don't even have a Rebels Force. Is this the start of my Rebels Force? Is this where this begins? Is this where my journey begins? And where Rebel episodes season 7 Ahsoka ends, I begin? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to paint because that's what I'm actually here to do. The only beets I can give are vegetables, says Gooey Tree. Oh my God, I make a killer beet salad, by the way. Like, it is arugula and mandarin oranges, balsamic vinegar, cranberries, and it is divine. It is like one of the best salads I've ever eaten, and I can eat just a pile of it. So much. Love beets. Anyways, I'm going to turn on the light. Someone's looking at me like, tell me more about this recipe. I don't think I have anything clever to paint this Ahsoka. I think I'm just going to paint her in our sort of normal Ahsoka scheme. I thought about Sith Ahsoka, but I don't think I can bring myself to do it. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do Sith Ahsoka. I don't have the heart. Hoping everybody's staying healthy from Adepticon. Yeah, so far so good. So far so good. I know I did not get sick. I don't think anybody got sick. Did anybody get sick that you know of, Ann?
I got sick, but it wasn't COVID. But I'm better now.
Got sick but wasn't COVID? Yeah, I did not get sick. Adepticon was great. If you were following us on socials, saw all those wonderful teasers. Those are not spoilers, those are teasers for Star Wars Legion. Super excited for all that stuff. Should I do anything weird on this Ahsoka? I don't know. Secret 911 had a great time. G.R. Parker saw Ahsoka's cards earlier in the article and loved them. I don't have a Rebels Force. Should I build a Rebels Force for Star Wars Legion? I don't know. I want to paint an Ahsoka. Maybe I'll build a Rebels Force. Maybe she'll just go on my shelf. I tend to stick to 500 points for Rebels. 500 points for Rebels, why not? Yeah, I mean, well, what's my list then? I don't even know what my list is. I think we're going to do non-metallic metal today too. I never do that. So why not? Just going to do a little bit of everything. Just do a little sketch of a light off blue on the parts I want to be metallic. My list involves Luke and Chewie, but if you're going Ahsoka, Leia would be great. Okay. They're just going to build my list for me today. Just wait for the murder bears. There is so much hype for Ewoks in this office. I don't even know who all will be doing Ewoks, because I feel like every time I turn around, somebody else is saying, "As soon as I get those Ewoks." You just know Gar Ahsoka is going to be amazing? Yeah, I bet. I'd put money on that. Oh, Ahsoka and Sabine. I do like Sabine. Wait, does everybody like Sabine? I love Sabine. Okay, we're just going to block that in just a little bit. Playerification says, great meeting everybody at Adepticon. We enjoyed meeting everybody at Adepticon. We had a blast. It's nice to get out and say hi to people. Watch the games being played. Do a little highlight. I'm going to slowly build up the skin tone here. I'm not going to try to perfect match. It's miniature, so I can be a little... It was upcoming kids will be insane. What kids? What sort of base color am I using for the skin? This is my paint palette. You're going to kick it over to the palette cam there. I got this like ochre color. And I took a little bit of this like warm brown. And I mixed it together. And then I added a little touch of this orange and a little touch of white, and I'm just sort of playing with all that to kind of get what I think looks good. How do I make my orange skin look natural? The secret to when you're doing like weird alien skins and traditional skin tones is you add a little bit of warmth. So you need to make sure that you don't use, like if you're doing orange, don't use a cold brown. You want to use like some warm browns. Maybe put like a little kiss of red around the eyes and nose. That's where the blood vessels are closest to the surface of the skin. So therefore you need to exaggerate that and bring out that little touch of warmth. Making sure everything is soft and don't use bright orange. That's why I'm kind of mixing everything all together. The warm tone from the brown mixes with the ochre, and then the white sort of desaturates it a little bit, and you really want it kind of desaturated. So you can also look at references. There are certain animals that have orange parts of their skin, so you can mimic. Star Wars, look for live action, how they translated the characters in live action. Ahsoka is a great example. You can look at how they translated that skin tone into live action and sort of mimic it. I mean, with all things miniatures, it's sort of like exaggeration goes a long, long way. So you're always sort of exaggerating the situation. It's like your grandpa's fishing stories, you know? So I'm just going to do my best to keep it soft. Yeah, I think she comes out in May. I don't have release dates. And when we go to do the shades, I want to use very warm tones again. I'm trying to be very subtle here. Everybody's saying 519. Yeah, I don't keep track of release dates. I apologize. I don't know. We worked. I sculpt. No, I didn't sculpt this. I worked on this sculpt so long ago. I don't remember. Just the tip of the brush wants to do the work. Let it do the work. Define those cheekbones. Yeah, I live so far in the future. The future. More warm tones, and then we'll start picking out those tattoos. This one's not as dark because it's up on the forehead compared to what's on the under the cheek. Going to find the bridge of that nose. I also do not paint the top lip when I paint miniatures. It's one thing that always looks really weird to me when the top lip is painted. Just don't do it. Yeah, the current state of shifting dates is really what keeps me from even attempting to say when something comes out. I just don't follow it. Some Geonosis bugs. Oh, I love Geonosians. The update the Twitch schedule has Tuesday as MCP and Wednesday as Star Wars. It switches every week. Every week it switches. There is no set day. We should probably still update, but just so you know, there is no set day.
And sometimes it bases it off of like what the last title was.
Mm.
So even if we set it, it may be like, oh, this was what you were doing for a while.
Yeah, there's no, just so if you're new to the stream, welcome. We're Atomic Mass Games. But we don't have a set day that this is Star Wars, this is not Star Wars. It's typically every Wednesday is me, and every Tuesday is Schick. And then you have weeks like this week where one Mr. Will Schick is out, so you have to put up with me twice. And then we alternate back and forth. Because I can't let him have all the Legion fun. I need to paint Legion too. Oh, I don't want to overdo that shadow there. I'll bring back in some highlights on this side of the face. Oh, little pings of highlight. I like keeping my highlights sharp, small. I think I need a little bit more orange up in the tops. What's our favorite, most anticipated future releases from the Adepticon panel? Oh man. I didn't even get to watch the Adepticon panel. I don't know. I can't say anything because I might not. I don't know what was shown. If I answer,
Dangerous.
yeah, my answers are dangerous.
I have an answer.
Summer has an answer. What's Summer's answer?
Nightcrawler. My answer is Padme Squad. Shatterpoint.
This is a Legion stream.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well,
So how's the NCP and SF?
also Geonosians. Super excited about some of that.
I do love the Geonosians. They're so cool. Just tell us what you're looking forward to, and we won't say anything if we haven't heard it before. Yeah, see, they always try to trick me. I'm untrickable. Bad news, I'm untrickable. Is this Legion Ahsoka? Yeah, this is Legion Ahsoka. This is Rebels era Ahsoka for Star Wars Legion. And who knows, she might be the start of my my Rebels force. I don't know. Do I want to start a Rebels force? I really want to start an Imperial force. See, Jimmy's asking the real questions. What was our favorite meals? From Adepticon. I only had one request at Adepticon this year, and that was a cupcake from my favorite cupcake place, Molly's Cupcakes, and I got one, and I was so pleased and so happy. Thor Cult of Yoda, the exclusive Vader versus Luke duel, will that be available every day? Yeah, there's a limited number per day. So get in line and pick that up. They can hear you, Summer. I'm joking. Super interested in seeing how to paint white lightsabers. Oh, I'm going to get to that today, I think. I want to try to pick certain things to work on the sculpt. If you have any requests, please put them in. Let's put in those face markings. Gotta remember how they go. Yes, now it's looking like Ahsoka. I even have reference next to me. Yeah, I think the white lightsabers are interesting, but actually, I think I have a pretty solid trick for you. We're doing some gray first. Very lightly, so if I mess up, I can go over it. I've got no need in rushing. Accidentally covered over part of the orange part, but that's okay, we can fix it later. Oh, see, I think I actually love painting lightsabers. Have we done lightsabers? I mean, we usually try to do a lightsaber every time we do a wielder of a lightsaber. I definitely think the big key is your off-whites, base coats. Maybe we should do a lightsaber video. But it's the off-white base coat and inks. If you're not using inks, you're not going to get that lightsaber punch. And then the other thing, I talked about this at Adepticon. I was hanging out over in the Legion section of the show. And we had just judged the Legion Army painting competition. And I was talking to somebody about lightsabers, and it's really about, because the center of the lightsaber is actually the glowy white part, you can't really replicate that in miniature, right? So it's figuring out a way to fake it. And so far I found the best way to fake it is by kind of creating a triangle of highlights around it. So we've seen lots of red and dark saber. I think I did green as well, because I remember I did Yoda on stream. So we did green. We might not have done blue. But like, let's say we were doing this in green. I would do my off-white base coat. So let's go ahead and do that, so we can have that ready. One thing I noticed, like looking at all the armies at Adepticon for Legion, was shadows on lightsabers. And I personally think that's a no-no. shadows would not exist on a lightsaber. So the way we've been painting them in the studio, we actually made like a little video that went out to like all of our freelancers. And like, this is the AMG philosophy, and it's just the stuff I've done on stream. So you're not missing any. You're not missing any information. But it's about not having shadows. There's definitely about not having shadows. Darker undersides or darker toward the emitter. I just don't think it looks right. So we're going to do an off-white first. So the big thing is like philosophically, I would do right now, if I was doing this with green lightsaber, I would do a very thin layer of super bright green, like probably even like this toxic waste or something similar, or even better, goblin flesh, like just a real green, like lightning lemons, right? And then I want to like pull it down with some of that off-white or maybe some yellow mixed with that to create that electric center. And I would choose my angles based off how I want to look at the miniature. So like this Ahsoka, I might choose like right along here, and then I just go on the other three sides, like just form a triangle through the cylinder. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get close. Of perfect lines of real bright, and then come in with like that pure off-white and punch it again. And then I would glaze it with yellow ink, and then add a little green ink glaze to pull it all together. Blue, I'd be doing the same thing effectively. So we'll get to that. We'll do the white sabers today, for sure. Right now I'm painting face tattoos. Just let the brush do the work. This isn't perfect right now. I can clean this up, and I will clean this up. Just let the brush do the work. Key lime pie green. The tattoo sculpts are innies. Yes, Wild Star, that's exactly it. As you rotate the lightsaber, you get the effect. That's exactly the whole philosophy. As you rotate the lightsaber around, you get that effect of a non-solid object emitting light. Maybe one more kick of white on this. But seriously, it's the inks that do the work. So we'll make sure that we talk about some lightsabers. I mean, we have so many lightsabers coming up. One might even say we'd have one tomorrow. Is it double Legion week? What does it mean? Double rainbow. Really just want to take my time and make sure the tattoos are correct. So just patience, just take a little patience. Oh, did I do that wrong? I kind of did it wrong. That's okay, I can fix it. I did the tattoos wrong. That's okay. I'm going to clean it up. Yeah, just clean that up. That's what we do. Do we remember the phrase? Define and refine. Yeah, she needs reference. You definitely want reference. Even with the tattoos sculpted on, it's very easy to like kind of blurp over and accidentally spill paint into a place you don't want it. I definitely always recommend reference no matter what you're painting. Just goes so far. It's just too useful. I'm gonna say still like it's sort of a process there, Atomic Mass Games. Like I don't think I would do it different again. I think I'd get like some of the base coats of the skin color down, then go in, define all the white, and then reclaim any mistakes I made. Define and refine. That's what we do. We're just painting our miniatures. Yeah, Maul. His tattoos are very intricate and actually kind of simplified in miniature. We sort of simplified those, which is super important. It just makes it easier to paint. By like no means is that like a perfect adaptation, right? We're making miniatures and there's limitations. Cut that tattoo a little sharper, a little dark line. Ooh, love the way dark line looks. Dark line doesn't gotta be black. So the black on red with Maul, I think is actually quite easy once you kind of grok it. Because I don't suggest painting red. Like, you don't want to just go like, haha, Maul's red on black. You want to kind of do off-white first. And get all the off-white into the skin where the tattoos are on Maul. And then you want to come in And what I do is yellow or an orange. And I ink in over top of the off-white with a yellow or an orange. And then I come with red ink and just make that red super punchy. I should just show you. Summer, can we put it on the calendar? Yeah. Noted, chat. How to paint mole tattoos. It's going on the calendar. Wait, what's happening in chat? There's a cat coming to visit us? Is that what's happening?
What's up?
Are we getting a cat to visit us?
He wants to bring his cat and his wife. Those are the little white dogs.
That's what I'm asking. Are we getting a cat visitor?
Maybe.
Look, cats get free tours. Unfortunately, no one else does, but
That's what we have to find in you.
yeah, I'll put a cat in a little Yoda knapsack
Yeah.
and give a cat tour of
A baby Bjorn
yeah, a little Bjorn.
while you're painting.
Yeah, so like you bring your cat by, you gotta sit outside, but the cat gets in the baby Bjorn and gets a tour. Someone's gonna be real upset when they realize I'm joking. One eye at a time. Don't rush them. I feel like there's blue on my brush. That's weird. So I rotated that brush to make sure I had the point all facing the way I like it. All right, what's next? So I think I'm gonna paint the montrails. Put the blue in there first. Oh, it's always business at Adepticon for me. I gotta do the businesses. Got all the business to attend to at Adepticon. I knew this was going to be messy. So I think here it's definitely probably easier to get the blue in and then paint around it. We'll just sort of fix it as we go. Someone's out there tearing stuff up, as usual. It's okay to be messy and make a mess right now. It's called the ugly stage. This part needs to be free-handed. Simple, imperfect lines. It's the name of my alt rock band. Imperfect lines. We're going to fix that white section here later. Yeah, we all participate in our own ways. Sometimes that means, we're at the booth and talking about paint. Sometimes it means we're hanging out playing games. I actually did not have room. I totally meant to bring something to play and totally just did not have room in my luggage, so just wasn't able to fit any sort of army for any of our games in my luggage. Cause like sometimes I stay up late. Sometimes. I do get sleepy. Even at the fun of a show. Is the microphone low? Or is your volume low? That's the question.
You might also have your ASMR voice on.
Do I have my ASMR voice on? Should I put on the karaoke voice?
Yeah,
There's I don't think they're ready for that. Somebody's got their radio turned up and they're listening. Taos is like talking like this, and he's just like, listen to this paint. We're gonna listen to the paint because you have to hear the paint. Listening to the paint is how you develop your true painter potential. And then all of a sudden I'm just like, yeah!
and that's when the light is turned down.
Yeah.
It's because we're painting. We're just painting. We're having a good time. We're just enjoying the paint.
Look, I think audio is good. He killed the first time caller. Killed his ears.
Killed his ears.
You got Tony and Kevin.
That's what you get. They should have known better. They knew what was coming. Oh, you know what? I don't think Tony's ever gone to karaoke with me. Now that I think about it. At Adepticon, when I realized I was just louder than the microphone y'all gave me. I'm just louder than that. I gave you warning. This is why I talk quiet, because we're listening to the paint dry. Communing with the paint, discussing the paint. The philosophical nature of paint. The way I just put white paint where the blue was, like, because I messed up. All right, what's next? Oh, gosh, we're going to have to do those lightsabers. Is there any hint about Agar Ahsoka? I think we've said that. We've said it. Information happens when it happens. All right, I'm going to take off-white. I'm going to take this electric blue. I'm going to mix them together with some water. And I want to start down here toward the tip, the emitter. See how I paint this on? And now I use a second brush to drag it toward the center. So I want just a tinge of blue happening on these lightsabers. Going from the emitter toward the tip. If I get some on the emitter, that's fine. Doesn't matter. We're going to paint the emitter later. We just want that little tinge of blue in there, right? Doesn't need to be heavy-handed. Doesn't need to be powerful. We're going to do the same thing at the tip. Do not let the blues touch from tip to emitter. You want to just be visible. All you're doing is giving it the So like white isn't white. It's the reflection of all colors. And so you kind of want to pull that in a little bit. So you need just a little color or it just doesn't look finished, right? If you just paint a pure white lightsaber, it's just not going to look right. It's just going to be unfinished. Now I'm going to use pure white. That is real thin. I like a good artist titanium white. I want to do that thing we talked about where I just kind of pick an angle. And that's where my highlight's going to be. Just use the side of the brush. Maybe right at the emitter we do a couple of dots. See how that looks like little energies? Yeah. That's what it's about. We're going to do maybe one here. And as that dries, just go over it one more time. To really bring out that white. And now your eye is like grabbing those blues and that little bit of fade. And you can see the form. You can see where the tip ends. You can see where the emitter starts. It starts to bring that white lightsaber into focus. You could do this with any color, honestly. You could do it with yellow. I personally like blue. It pays like a little bit of that homage to Ahsoka. And also it softens it. Like that light blue is a soft color. And so it leans into that white a little bit better in my eyes. But you could do green or yellow. And I'll probably do a couple of layers of this white to really get that white popping. That's it. That's all I do for white lightsabers. Just that little touch of color brings it up, brings it together, ties it up. Superb. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, messed that one up. Start again. A little better, a little better, a little better. We're almost out of time. I can't even finish anything. Good gosh. Got all these beautiful colors out. They're gonna make me stop in a moment. So if you got questions, you better ask them. See, I throw somewhere under the bus.
I was gonna throw you under the bus and be like, it's Tuesday, what meetings do you have, sir?
I have more meetings on Tuesdays because usually it's Chick streaming.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Wait, what do I have today? That's a good question. I don't even remember what my schedule looks like today. I don't remember what I have today. Oh no. Oh no. That's no good.
Day over. Go home after this.
Wrap it up, kids. We're going home. Oh, what made us choose this post? Man, I don't even remember. That was a long time ago. There was several poses drawn for Ahsoka. You know, when you're dealing with like, it's like each line, right, has like different philosophies and ramifications that you have to take into consideration when posing. So like with Legion, the big thing is you got the 27 millimeter base. So, you know, it's interesting because like that is such a confining base size. You know, I saw an interesting, somebody posted, oh, it'd be cool if Asajj was doing this. And it was like a picture of Asajj, like almost doing the splits. And I'm like, that's a very cool pose, but we have a 27 millimeter base. I can't do that, right? This is going to hang off. So the very first thing is like, with each game line, you got to think about the base size, and that's kind of where everything stems from. And then you got to think about like, well, what is the character? Well, this is Rebels season 7 Ahsoka. She's in control. She's in command. She's not showing off. She's not necessarily, you know, she's not season 2 Snips, you know, and just kind of doing stuff. So it's a lot of different philosophies. Need to try and respect the base size is tough. Then I look at MCPs and how's it. No. Do we have stuff that don't respect the base size? I don't think that's true. Not off the top of my head. I abuse the base size. That's different. I will abuse the base size. I will abuse that base size all day long. Josh knows. I'm always the first to be like, how's that fit on the base? You gotta fit on the base. We gotta do the base. The base, the base, the base. Hulkbuster totally respects the. Oh, no, we're off topic. This is. I'm sorry, what was that? I think you said that wrong.
This is not an MCP.
Uh-huh. Hulkbuster totally respects the base size. Totally fits in there. In a dramatic fashion. I didn't get very far today.
Not very far.
Did I? Usually I paint a whole miniature in an hour. I painted
There's a
some.
lot going on the detail on the faces.
I just kind of got zoned in the face and was having fun painting orange faces.
You're allowed to have fun, Dallas.
That's new.
We
That's-
said it. We proclaim it.
Oh, okay.
This is Fun Tuesday.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready? We did what we could and we didn't do much else. We paint.
Print it.
That's a t-shirt. We did what we could, didn't do much else. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully this gets you ready to paint up your Ahsoka. I'd love to see all the different takes of Ahsoka, you know, on our Instagram. Because that's where, if you want to know all the latest news, information, announcements coming from Atomic Mass Games, you check us out over on Twitter and or Instagram. We love looking at what you do, and we like putting our stuff there to let you know what we're doing. It's like a sharing of information, like a like a social interaction, like a medium of socialness. So remember, also every Tuesday and Wednesday, check us out here on Twitch for Atomic Mass Transmissions Live. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be painting something different. It might be a red lightsaber. Bye.